Hi everyone, and welcome to Johnson's Journeys, Season 5, Episode 7. Today we've got the last two league games of the normal season, before the weird split thing, which we'll cover at the end of the episode. We've got Zultwaregem and Charleroi, as you can see, the bottom two teams in the league at the moment. We've all but got third wrapped up, so these games don't really matter. So after the disappointing 2 defeats in the last episode, which if you haven't seen yet, go back and watch. Not a lot to see, pretty disappointing. So I've made some changes today, giving some fringe players and younger players a run out. Actually, I say this, we're going to get yes, we're going to get this guy and this guy in the first team, and this guy, and that's it. Some live squad editing going on right now. Where were they then? Habib Mpile, you can go on the bench, and Huysmans was a striker. Why is he ineligible? Oh, he's already played in the game. Okay, there we go. Right, so this is the team for today. Kojikaru keeps his place in goal. Kleiber keeps his place at right back. Actually, yeah, no he does, yeah. Nakim gets his first appearance for Brugge alongside Barmos. Sessegnon comes in at left back. Sasser and Van Aken play in central midfield because we don't really have anyone else that can do it. Vormer's passed it. Pina's on his way out. So central midfield is somewhere I'm going to have to strengthen in the summer. Alexiev stays on the left. He's not been in good form recently, but I'm just going to try and get some games into him, hope for the best. Vojvodic's going to play on the right to continue his development as a winger. Vossen stays behind the striker, which today is Ugo Chukwu. And on the bench, yeah, just that young keeper, Habib Mpile, and what's his name? Cedric Huysmans. Looks quite good actually. I think they've both got 5-star potential, so we'll get them in and around the first team for these last couple of games. Presume they're going to need squad numbers. Yeah, they are. We'll auto number them. 32 and 33. Looks good to me. We're much the better team than them today on paper. But knowing us, we'll probably succumb to a 1-0 or 2-1 defeat. That's my guess. Seems to be the story of our career so far. I know at Ajax, when I used to rotate, I always used to lose 2-1 every single time. But as I say that, we're inside a minute, we're attacking, and Alexiev hits the post. Good start. And 2 minutes in, Nakim wins a penalty. And who is on penalties? Who's number 20? Vanaken. Okie dokie. That's fine. Ugo Chukwu's never been good at set pieces, so steer clear of that. Vanaken can have this. And he puts it away. It's his 9th goal of the season. That's really good for a central midfielder. I don't know if any of them are set pieces, but yeah, it's certainly not bad at all. Why does Nakim not get the assist for that? He quite clearly was shoved and we gained a penalty. I don't know how it works, but hoping he can come in and pick up where he left off for Ajax. It's unfortunate that he's not been in the Bruges team. It's just that Brian Con and 1-1. El Azraq, free kick from the edge of the box, hits about 8 players and then goes in. Yeah, hits the wall. Kojikaru can't do anything about that. There we go. There's the standard goal. Barmos. I think Barmos and Nakim could be the future partnership. Barmos is 20 and looks really, really good already. Nakim obviously is 24 now, but again is really good. He's only ever like, I think he's rated 2.5 star or 3 star here, but his performances and his stats, I feel, are worthy of a better rating than that. But hey ho. Vossen, oh, what a lovely strike. 8th goal of the season. I think Ugo Chukwu gets the assist for that as well, which is nice. Vossen hasn't scored for a few games. Hadn't really scored this season until I took over, and then had a little patch where he was scoring every game pretty much. I think did he get a hat trick? No, I think he got 2 in one game at some point. He adds a bit of experience to the side. He's also our captain, so he's an important player. I think he's probably got another full season in him, and then it'd be time to look to replace him. In the summer, I'm going to try and pick up a similar kind of player, probably around the 19-year-old mark. Maybe even loan them out for the year just to get them up to scratch. Oh, Barmos. Don't get sent off. No, not for handball, that's harsh. There we go, red card. Well, that's silly. And now talking so highly of Vossen, it's going to be him that I take off and bring on Densville. Oh, Barmos. He's looked so good in the games I've played before with him, but today he's lost his discipline and been sent off. Fair enough. We'll make another change. Pina for Sasa. And I think we'll get the young striker on for Ugo Chukwu in about 10 minutes. I think. Maybe a little bit longer. I'm going to go for it now. What does he prefer? Advance forward. That's fine. On you go, son. Professional debut for Huysmans. Player that looks like he's got a bright future. To be fair, he's 19, so he can start to be around the first team. Got no problem with that whatsoever. It's not like I'm chucking a 16-year-old in, for example. I don't know if he can do anything in these last few minutes. Alexiev, Densville. Oh, good save. The keeper's called Innocent. That's a great surname. Alexiev with the corner. Pina didn't quite get there. Pina's been kicking up a fuss that he wants to leave. His contract's up at the end of the year. I'm just not going to expire it. Not going to renew it. I'm going to let it expire. That's what I was trying to say. And that's easily claimed from Kojikaru. I think he'll just boot this and that'll be full time. Yep, there we go. Standard win. I did say 2-1 before the game, but I thought it'd go the other way. Vossen, man of the match. I was going to say that relegates Zultwagen, but I think they were relegated a long time ago. That's cool then. We'll progress to the next game then. I'll see you there. For the Charleroi game, the last game of the regular season, and I've made wholesale changes today. In goal is Jens Toinkens, 23-year-old keeper that was sat in our reserves. Looks pretty good, probably our second best keeper, I'd say. So we'll give him a run out today. Across the back four, we've got Kenny Collard at right back, 20-year-old right back. with decent potential. Looks like an alright player, 20-year-old. I'll give him a run out today. Nakim keeps his place after a decent performance last time. Obviously Barmos is suspended, so I've brought in Jens Mertens, a 19-year-old centre-back. Looks pretty decent, good heading. The rest looks average, room to develop, so we'll give him a shot today. Sessegnon stays at left back. Sasa and Vanaken keep their places in midfield. Vojvodic plays on the right and Alexiev on the left. Ugo Chukwu sticks up front, and in central attacking midfield is Michel Faze, a 19-year-old Belgian with the right kind of stats in the right areas. Already played one game this year, has room to develop, so again I'm just going to give him a run out, see if he's any good. On the bench, that Habib Mpile from on the bench last time does look really good actually for a keeper. So he's on the bench again. Mubanje, Cherney, Huysmans. Mauro Tessien is a 17-year-old young Belgian left winger. Looks like he's got bags of pace, lots of room to develop. If Alexiev has a poor first half, then Tessien will just get chucked on at half time. See if he's any good. And these other two names on here, Ayuch and Frings, we've just had youth intake day, and these two were the brightest of the bunch. So Amir Ayuche is 15 and already has 12 heading, 13 tackling, and 12 heading, 13 marking, and 9 tackling. Decent acceleration, decent jumping reach. He's quite tall, so he's on the bench. And Emmanuel Frings is a central midfielder, also 15. His passing is terrible, only 5, but he's quick. He's got good first touch, good set pieces, or well, good free kicks anyway. Technique, vision is good. So we'll chuck him on the bench as well. They probably won't come on, but it's good for them to have the exposure to the first team. We'll give these some numbers. That'll do, don't really care at this stage. Just get this game out of the way really, and see what happens in terms of the split, which should be done after this game. If it isn't, then I'll fast forward to when it is and let you know the structure and whatnot before we leave it today. So all in all, it's been a decent 6 months at Brugge. The league was a long shot anyway, and we haven't got anywhere close to challenging Anderlecht and Genk, which is fine. You know, it's all about steady development. Next year will be the big push for that. Belgian Cup, we had a decent run. Obviously we got to the semi-final and were then knocked out by Anderlecht, who are, as I say, they're challenging for the title, so they're certainly not a bad side. And in Europe, obviously I inherited a side that were already in the first knockout round. Sporting Lisbon, we came close, not quite enough to get past them, but not too disappointing all in all. Made a couple of decent signings. Actually, well, no, not really. I guess Sessegnon's got good potential. Obviously, we know all about Nakim, solid at the back, good backup. Ugo Chukwu's looked hit and miss as always. Might play him a bit more next year. Obviously, Dost is like 33 now, so sort of running out of legs. Sorry. And yeah, you know, sold a few players, made a bit of money. Club is still rich and there's loads in the bank, so finances aren't a worry. Hopefully, we've got plenty of money to play with in the summer. The squad doesn't need a lot doing to it. Just needs strengthening in a few areas, and then I'll probably invest in the youth somewhat. So it could be an interesting summer. Ugo Chukwu and Alexiev have had quiet games again, so I'm going to get Huysmans on and Tsayan on the wing, and I may make one more substitute towards the end of the game. Probably one of the 15-year-olds, in all fairness. I'll probably find out which one is younger and bring him on, because the chances are that I'll break some sort of record, so that'd be pretty cool. Huysmans is through now, but loses out. Didn't see anything of him in the last game. I think he got a standard 6.7, 6.8, so just an average game. Win that, yes. Faze, Benaken coming forward. Huysmans to Faze, loses out. Now they're coming forward. Sessegnon, he gets done there. Oh dear, and we've conceded. David Pollitt. Well, not good. Let's see then. Frings, 2nd of the 8th, 29th of the 4th. So we're going to get Frings on for Sasa as a central midfielder. No, we'll get him on as a deep lying playmaker. No, wait, what about Benaken? Doesn't really like anything else. That'll do then. 15-year-old Emmanuel Frings comes on for his professional debut just days after signing for the club. That's mad, really. Can't pass, but you know, he's only 15. He's got loads of time to develop. Chances are that we're going to lose this game. Not done anything, although we are coming forward now to Tsayan with a mad shot from 30 yards and doesn't do anything. We'll go attacking, see if that makes any difference. Huysmans has been quiet up front. All the first teamers will be nice and rested, so they can all come back in for the playoff thing. And hopefully we'll hit the ground running and we will secure a top 3 finish, which is the aim. Slightly disappointing, that defeat, but it was a heavily rotated side. No one particularly played badly, just everyone quiet, really. Let's see what happens then with the split thing. Whether it does it automatically or we have to wait and do a draw. Here we go. Belgian Pro League A Championship groups. On 26 points, 50% of their total points from the Belgian Pro League A. Oh, okay. So everyone's... Oh, okay. So everyone's points get halved, but we keep the same goal difference. It's the top 6 in the Championship group. So it's Genk, Anderlecht, Brugge, Standard, Ghent, and Antwerp. And then there are 2 European places playoffs. And then I presume the winners of them play each other, and the winners of that get the things. I don't know. So how many games do we now play then? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, so we play each team twice. So there's a potential 30 points to play for. So we could still win the league. If we beat Genk and Anderlecht, then we're in with a chance. interesting. So we'll do 5 more episodes. Antwerp and then Ghent will be next episode. And then 2 games per episode to see it out. Cool. Okay then. Well, thanks for watching as always. It's going to get interesting, I think, now from here on in. We shall see you next episode then. Make sure you've subscribed and drop a like on it if that's what you're into. And yeah, we'll see you next time.